Hello everyone and welcome back to The Rundown. I'm your host Nick Simonson and it is hot. We are sweltering in triple-digit heat. We are in the dog days of summer. But you know what else is hot? The crappie fishing this time of year. You definitely need to get in on these active fish that are up along weed lines, along structure like trees or bridge pilings, keying in on those bait fish and getting after their food supply that's going to push them through the fall and into winter. To get in on all the action, stop by your local runnings for all of the crappie baits you need, and we're going to talk about that today. The simplest setup obviously is a slip float. Put a slip float above a split shot and a small hook and put a minnow on it and you're in business. Find a weed line, set up along it, and wait for that bobber to go down. But if you're in a hurry, or say you're on a lake like this little impoundment that I'm on today, you may not have the luxury of live bait. Some lakes don't allow it. So in this case, we're going to talk about the artificial lures that get the job done, impersonating that live bait, giving you a minnow, giving you a flash that's going to look like something lively. It's going to look like that minnow. So you have that illusion of a minnow when you can't use live bait, or maybe the action is so fast you don't want to be using live bait. You want to be pitching those jigs out, catching fish, bringing them in, putting them in the live well for that big fish fry at the end of the week. So we'll talk about it first. Obviously the most simple way to get it done is to reach out for those little jigs, those little 16th ounce or 32nd ounce ball head jigs, and put on a standard 1-inch crappie tube. Now the colors may vary from day to day. You might have a silver and a pink working today. Tomorrow we might be chartreuse and green or orange and purple. Crappies are notorious for switching up their color preferences. So take a look around, stop at the local runnings, ask what's biting, ask the colors that they're coming on. The friendly staff there will be able to help you out with that. You can also go with a standard insert jig too as well. Stick that inside the tube so it's a nice compact profile, but you're looking for something in that 1-inch to 2-inch range for those bait fish that crappies are pinning up against that wall of weeds that have developed throughout the summer. Now to imitate that minnow, to imitate that live bait, it also helps to add a little flash. And I highly recommend spinner accented jigs like the Roadrunner or say the Beetle Spin, where you can adjust the size of the spinner as well. Pitch those up, rip them along horizontally. If you look at minnows in the wild, they don't move up and down like this a whole lot. They don't do this whole crazy vertical action. They move horizontally. They flit with their fins, they flicker their tails, and you want to imitate that when you can't use live bait or you want to make the most out of your time on the water. So stop in at your local runnings, talk to the staff, they will help you along the lines, and along those lines it's important to fish with light line. Use 4-pound, maybe 6-pound test you could get away with in the summer, but I wouldn't recommend anything heavier than that. That 4-pound test is your typical line that you want to use for crappies this time of year. Tie on some jigs, grab yourself a handful of those flickering Roadrunners, grab yourself a bunch of crappie jigs. They're the cheapest way to fill a panfish tackle box. They're also the cheapest way to fill your live well this summer. I'm Nick Simonson for The Rundown. I hope you'll take advantage of the hot fishing at this time in the season, and you'll come back with a stringer full to share with your family. Stop in at any runnings, check in with the people there, and they will get you on fish. Until next time, good fishing to you.